More than 8,600 acres scorched, evacuations underway and homes burned. The Tinder Fire continues to rage across Coconino County. According to the latest numbers, nearly 40% of those are primary residences, and high winds means it could be another dicey day for fire crews.
Here's a map of exactly where the fire is burning and spreading quickly. It is in northern Arizona and threatening the areas of Moki Ranchettes, Starlight Pines, Clear Creek, Timber Ranch, Pine Canyon, Blue Ridge Estates, Ponderosa Pines, and the Mogollon Ranches.
Well, one of the challenges fire crews faced was communication, as the cell phone coverage was spotty at best. But fortunately, antiquated technology and amateur operators came to the rescue.
Team 12's Jessica DeNova shows us how old radios help save lives in the Tinder Fire.
This is the Emergency Operations Center, where calls normally come in from members of the emergency management team out on the lines of the Tinder Fire. But Sunday, when cell phone coverage wasn't working, it was up to these volunteers, or hams, to get critical information out to the public. It's a form of communication more than a century old.
KG7 TPM, KG7 TPK.
And it beat out modern technology, quite possibly saving lives during the Tinder Fire.
The cell phones started apparently to become difficult, and all of a sudden, all of the information was coming through here.
Amateur radio, or ham radio.
I think it started out as a not very complimentary term.
Joe Hobart isn't too fond of the more commonly used name.
Well, you've heard of ham actors.
Taking over Sunday when cell phone service dropped in this remote area.
There was no time to waste.
So these volunteers with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, or ARES, turned what normally is a hobby into a life-saving response.
This is KG7 TPM.
For 2 hours, these hams relayed out a code red to those in the Blue Ridge community in the path of the flames.
2 o'clock, priority, evacuate.
On the other end, a team member on the fire line needing to get evacuation information out fast.
That's what you're here for. You're here to help your neighbor, and they're our neighbors, and you know, the firemen, you gotta support them.
Just a group of amateurs playing with their radios.
And somehow I think the commercial people made a bit of fun of us until they found out that we were sometimes kind of useful.
Proving to be so much more. Anyone needing the latest information on the Tinder Fire or evacuations is asked to call here, the EOC call center at 928-679-8393. We're in Flagstaff. Jessica DeNova, 12 News.
Jessica, thank you. Tonight there is a 6 o'clock community meeting at the Winslow High School auditorium. We have a crew headed up there, so stay with Team 12 for the very latest as we continue our coverage on this wildfire.